Welcome to the Pat Sheranian Show, and boy, are you in for a treat today. If you're watching us on pat.utahvalleylive.com, we're so grateful you're with us. If you're watching us on KHQN 1480 AM, we're so happy you're there. And we're starting Thanksgiving out a day ahead of time with some really fun music, fun group of guys. Some of them are my neighbors. I've known them for years. You're going to love them. But first, I've got to say thank you to Kyanie. Kyanie has changed my life. As you know, I was diabetic for 15 years. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, crippling fingers, the whole works, tired, the whole mess. And then I found this 15 months ago, has changed my life. I have super energy now. I have super thinking powers. And I'm doing some things I haven't done in the last 20 years. I'm no longer diabetic, no longer high blood pressure, no longer high cholesterol. Life is good. So get on with it with Kyanie. Call me, 801-362-9552. And again, thanks for being with us today. And here are the Buskers.
All right, go ahead.
Doing some hard traveling, I thought you know. I've been doing some hard traveling, way down the road. I've been doing some hard traveling, hard gambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been sitting in a hard rock jail, I thought you know. I've been sitting out 90 days, way down the road. Well, that old judge, he said to me, vagrancy, well, I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been doing some hard traveling, I thought you know. I've been doing some hard traveling, way down the road. Well, I've been doing some hard traveling, hard gambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. Well, I've been working at Pittsburgh Steel, I thought you know. Traveling, I thought you know. I've been doing some hard traveling, way down the road. I've been doing some hard traveling, hard gambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been hitting that Lincoln Highway, I thought you know. I've been hitting that 66, way down the road. Well, heavy load and worried mind, I'm looking for a woman that's hard to find. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been doing some hard traveling, I thought you know. I've been doing some hard traveling, way down the road. I've been doing some hard traveling, hard gambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling. I've been doing some hard traveling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord.
Hey, good group, for goodness sakes, I love it. Now, if I can unhook my microphone here and get over to you. My neighbor, let's introduce yourself. Your real name.
Yeah, my name is Lon Keith.
Everybody has to give a real name today.
Yeah, I just use this mic right here.
Oh,
my name's Scott Norton.
Go right ahead.
I'm Provo.
Okay.
Steve Hayes. I live in Pleasant Grove. And Doc Taylor, Provo.
Okay,
and I'm really an actor. I just do this for...
He really is an actor. Are you got anything coming up on the stage now for Christmas?
No, I should have brought it up.
You should have done
what we say in the theater is he's on
I'm on hiatus. Yeah.
Is that it? Can I tell him you teach my Sunday school class?
Yes.
Okay, he teaches my Sunday school class. All right, great. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Oh, yes.
The day before Thanksgiving, we wanted to bring in some happy moments, and so we're going to have them here with you, and I'm really grateful that you're here. Doc, it's good to see you after all these years. You're looking good, sounding good. Love this. And I've just called everybody I know around the country in South Carolina and other places, so let's get it together and make it happen.
So we can't go back to Carolina.
Show your face. And
Well, and maybe Provo. No, we're really glad you're all here. And downtown Provo on University Avenue, go for it,
We
guys.
have to both get it together and make it happen. Okay,
the Bonnie Heath and
we'll see
Laddie.
what we can do.
Okay, the Bonnie, is this, am I right, Keith? Yes. Okay.
Was you ever in Quebec, Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie, stowing timber on the deck, Bonnie Heelan Laddie?
Was you ever in Dundee, Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie, prettiest ships that you'll ever see, Bonnie Heelan Laddie?
Hey ho and away we go,
Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie,
hey ho and away we go,
Bonnie Heelan Laddie.
One of these days and it won't be long and I'm bound for far away. I'll pack my bags and I'll sail the ocean and you'll see me on another day.
Was you ever in Monterey, Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie, on that town with 3 months' pay, Bonnie Heelan Laddie?
Was you ever around Cape Horn
Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie,
with the lion and the unicorn?
Bonnie Heelan Laddie.
Hey ho and away we go,
Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie,
hey ho and away we go.
Bonnie Heelan Laddie.
One of these days and it won't be long and I'm bound for far away. You take a look around and find me gone and I'll see you on another day.
Was you ever in Mobile Bay, Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie, loading cotton by the day, Bonnie Heelan Laddie?
Was you ever in Aberdeen?
Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie,
Prettiest girls that you ever seen?
Bonnie Heelan Laddie.
Hey ho and away we go,
Bonnie Laddie, Heelan Laddie,
hey ho and away we go.
Bonnie Heelan Laddie, Bonnie Heelan Laddie, Bonnie Heelan Laddie. Okay. Well, we've been there before.
And we'll be there again.
In fact, I heard that just yesterday from my wife.
No, you didn't. She's the sweetest soul.
Finding
She's
all
an
my
angel.
stuff on the sidewalk when I get home.
Never happened.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Just kidding out there, boys and girls.
Okay, this is a little. Is this a Scottish tune?
Yeah,
we're doing
so
there?
Scottish. Jenny Glenn.
Oh, that's where I come from.
And you,
Me too.
No, okay,
And so
good.
does he.
all of us.
All of us. We're all Scots.
For sure.
Not all of us are Scots. But I'm named Scott, so.
I'm not sure about the patter, but the music's good.
Well, I'm not gonna brag, but I've been courting all my life. They consider me a roguish lad, especially for my size.
And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again. And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again.
Well, Jenny would come a-calling while there was still some light. I'd set her down with a pull or two, she'd stay most all the night. I'd put my arm around her, and then I'd bar the door. They'd be laughing and some squealing like you never heard before.
And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again. And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again.
Well, a lot of girls that like me, and they're pretty, heaven knows. But there's something about my Jenny that just keeps me on my toes. She'd tickle me and squeeze me till I could hardly moan. Then she'd lie out around and then I'd chase her halfway home.
And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again. And with you and with you and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again.
Well, she wouldn't come to see me for about a week or more. She'd do it just to tease me, 'cause she knew it made me sore. So I'd do whiskey drinking till the jug was getting dry, looking for a Jenny with a mean look in my eye. And with you, and with you, and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again. And with you, and with you, and with you, Jenny Glenn, I'll take you down to Glasgow town and dance you home again.
Woo! Clap, 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 clap. Thank you very much. In case you think you got lost running around the internet, this is Pat Sheranian, and these folks are good friends, and we're really glad to have them with us today to help celebrate the beginning of the holidays, Thanksgiving being tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Lon's sister, Mary Keith Boyack, and her family will be on with us for an hour talking about Thanksgiving and how they've shared it over the years, along with songs and poetry and some other stuff tomorrow. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that, but you ought to tune in tomorrow, because you'll see some actual talent in that family.
Not true. This is good talent right here.
But not actually.
Is
Did
it make?
Doc get introduced?
Is it make? Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
I was
I'm
paying
gonna
attention.
start with Doc. Doc, I have a question for you. I know that as long as I've known
Doc's
you.
off screen. Doc's off screen.
And I'm fine with that.
Well, okay, let's take me off screen and put him on. Okay, there we almost go. Wherever, there he is.
There he is.
Okay,
All right, there
so
he is.
Doc,
lovely and talented.
how long have you known these guys and why?
60, 70 years. I think
Oh,
about,
that
It just seems like
Seems
that.
like
about 24 for the Buskers, probably 34 for Scott, maybe.
that's
And,
great.
Scott is the one who led me into unbelief, to dine upon the, how do we put that? The dishes of,
I'm not going to
there's
help
some
you.
scriptural reference I'm trying to think of that, from Isaiah. Trust me, it would have been good if I could remember.
You got to remember it. And then Steve, where did you get involved with these guys?
Lon and I used to work together
Okay.
years ago.
Now you just play.
And I had my banjo at work. I was showing it to somebody for some reason. I don't remember now.
He was showing it off to somebody.
And,
for some reason.
Lon came over to me and he says, "That's your banjo?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You ever play anything by the Kingston Trio?" And I said, "Is the Pope Polish?" Which he was. And he says, "Listen, I know this guy." And he called Scott. And Scott called Doc. And 25 years
Later.
here we are.
Here we are.
Oh my goodness. Now you've traveled all over Utah, I know, but where have you gone beyond?
We haven't gone beyond Utah. No. We've traveled all over Utah County.
That's a big deal. Well, I know you've got, I know you have CDs
I think
out.
so. Well, I don't know.
Do you still have CDs out there somewhere that can be purchased? Because I've got some.
Not really.
You stopped printing those. That's too bad.
We'll get them on. We'll get them on iTunes.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so people can find it. The Buskers, Buskers. They are great. I love them. I appreciate so much having them here today. So let's do it, guys. You got more for us?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
The cowboy song.
The Cowboys song.
You want to just rip into it, or?
No, we people here in the blessed West, there's so much we understand about the cowboy way, about the honor and the way of the West, about the way baked beans should really taste, and a horse should really smell.
I want to hear this.
Easterners can only look on in jealous wonder at the perfection of our knowledge in this respect, and this song encapsulates all that knowledge in one simple but affecting tune.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah, me too.
Simple but effective.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready, Mr. Music?
Yeah.
All right.
I wanna drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes riding high. I wanna hear the sounds of the whippoorwill. I wanna hear the coyotes cry. I wanna feel my saddle horse between my legs, riding him out on the range. Just a kicking in the side, making sure to step with pride, back on those Texas plains.
Sometimes it seems I'm back in my dreams, right back where I belong. Just an old cowhand from the Rio city lights and those Roseville nights are driving me insane. I wanna be alone, I wanna be back home, back on those Texas plains. I wanna while the moon goes riding high. I wanna hear the sounds of the whippoorwill. I wanna hear the coyotes cry. I wanna feel the sound between the blades. Just a kick it in the side, making sure stuff is right. Back on those Texas plains.
I wanna hear that thunder as it booms and rolls. Wanna feel the wind in my face. 1,000 miles from those city lights, drawn the cowhand's wage. I wanna sleep tonight with the stars above and the full moon shining down. I wanna cook my bacon over cactus coals, 50 miles from town. I wanna drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes riding high. I wanna hear the sounds of the whippoorwill. I wanna hear the coyotes cry. I wanna feel my saddle horse between my legs, riding him out on the range. Just to kick him in the side, making sure we step with pride. Back on those Texas plains. I wanna drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes riding high. I wanna hear the sounds of the whippoorwill. I wanna hear the coyotes cry. I wanna feel the sound between the blades, riding around on the range. Just to kick it in the side, making sure stuff is right. Back on those Texas plains. Back on those Texas plains.
Thank you, thank you. You know what reminds me of when I was at East High School in Salt Lake City, and there was nothing up on the East Bench, nothing except us kids riding on bareback on horses across all that area up there. That's good. Who was doing the yodeling or the scatting over there? Was that Doc?
That was me.
That was Doc.
And can do that by yourself. Let me just hear a little yodel, little bit of yodel there. Wonderful. I love it. That is terrific. Thank you, Doc.
He's taking something for that. So.
Yeah. You know, yodeling is the way of singing all the parts by yourself. You don't need the rest of us.
Hey, you know, why right here between the little bit here, between songs, are you guys available for other parties and things and such as that, or are you just strictly hanging out once in a while?
Yeah, we're available.
We can be bought. Yeah.
You can be bought, can you?
Yeah, we can be bought. Oh, believe me, we can be
So
bought.
you're available during the holidays?
Sure.
And you clean up in a suit if you need to?
Hawaiian shirts, maybe.
Well, all right. Does somebody have a phone number somebody can call if they would like to get hold of you?
I'll use your numbers, Steve.
Yes.
He's got to look at.
He's got to look at the cards
I can do this. I can
to
do this
remember it.
with
Well,
pictures on my
not
fingers
everybody
here.
wants to use their home phone, so
There it is right there.
you have to read that now without glasses.
Do you want me to go ahead and read this out?
You may read that out.
Broadcast this to the world. 801-822-8847. That's the Buskers and Doc Taylor.
Okay,
At
let's.
801-822-8847. That was 801-822-8847.
And if that doesn't work, they live around the corner. Lon lives around the corner from me, so my number is 801-362-9552. 801-362-9552.
And what's the number if they want to cast a vote for us?
Tell your friends it's going to be archived, and it'll be on pat.utahvalleylive.com. pat.utahvalleylive.com. And just look us up anytime. It'll be there for years to come, and we appreciate that. All right, what have you got in store for us now?
Well, it's from our Impecunious collection.
Whatever that is.
It's the.
There's a lot of that going around
Yeah,
now.
it's called I'm Not Broke, but I'm Badly Bent.
Well, you'll have people flocking to you and agreeing with you, or they'll show up at your table.
They discount folk's music as being old and, as we say, in the way. But folk music has the answers to everything, and I understand from others that there is a financial problem right now. The economy is in trouble. Well, the folk music, of course, comes through and has the answer. Here's a song from the early 20s.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This isn't folk music, though.
No, this is
not folk music?
No, it is now.
Yeah.
I said you were singing all bluegrass, so did I get totally off base here?
Yep.
Once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spent all my money, Lord, like I didn't care. Taking my friends out for a mighty good time. Fine, fancy liquor, champagne and wine.
Then I began to fall so low. Didn't have no money and no place to go.
If I ever get my hands on a dollar again, I'm gonna hang on to it till that eagle grins, 'cause nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket you haven't got a penny. As for your friends, well, there ain't too many.
When I get back on my feet again,
everybody wants to be my long-lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out.
then I began to fall so low. Didn't have no money and no place to go.
If I ever get my hands on a dollar again, I'm gonna hang on to it till that eagle grins, 'cause nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket you haven't got a penny. As for your friends, well, there ain't too many.
When I get back on my feet again,
everybody's gonna be my long-lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. I mean, when you're down and out.
Woo, 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 woo! Thank you very much, and so many are there right now. In case you wondered, you're listening to on the radio, Pat Sheranian Show, and also on pat.Utah Valley Live on the internet. And we're grateful that you are with us today to enjoy this terrific group that I love and adore, and so grateful that they've come into the studio today. I'm going to ask you to tell our radio audience what you're playing and where you learned to play it and this kind of thing and so forth, because they can't see you. So would you tell them what you're doing?
Well, first of all, let me introduce Lon's talent.
Do we have that much time?
Yeah, well, if it's small and if it makes a little tinkling noise, I don't care whether it's a tambourine or this pituitary problem guitar.
Right here.
Call the 4-string. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Lon. He'll tinkle away over there. And
I beg your pardon.
well, yeah. I have the dreadnought guitar, the dreadnought-sized guitar.
I thought it was the dreaded guitar.
The dreaded dreadnought, yes. And over here we have the 5-string banjo.
Well, now introduce who you're overhearing.
Not 6, not 4. This is Steve.
No.
The 4.5-string banjo.
4.5 string.
4.5 string.
A lot of people make fun of the banjo players, and it's not fair.
And rightly so.
And rightly so. And one of the things we like to do is is reach over and turn one of his
Really mess
tuners.
him up.
Sometimes I even notice.
Yeah, and then not tell him which one, and it takes him, songs and songs to figure out. Okay, well, let's.
Well, Doc's over here in the corner. Come on.
Doc needs to.
let Doc can tell you about his instrument.
Okay.
I get to do it myself.
Yeah, you
Wow.
do.
I play the electric bass, and I learned it in the 70s in a number of copy rock bands at BYU, including a disco band for 2 years. So I play that funky music, White Boys, some thousands of times.
Great. We
And
appreciate
from that,
it.
it was only a few steps down to folk music.
Thank you. Well, it feels good to me and it sounds good to me because one of the best reunions I remember in South Carolina so many years ago, I had an uncle who played the banjo and his two sons, which are my cousins, and they'd get together. I'll tell you, they just tore it up. We were down in a little place down in Hartsville, South Carolina, in a little place near a lake that we all had grown up around, and we got together. My mother's one of 6 girls. And so here were all these aunties and the kids. I'll tell you, there's no better time than banjo music. When it's your family, who cares what they say? It's the story they're telling that makes the difference, right?
Right.
They were great, so I'm grateful to them. All right, what's coming up?
This song is every father's nightmare. And it's the song of, every father raises their daughter to be a princess. We give them everything. We protect them. We buy them Barbies, for goodness sakes. And then one day along comes a guy and
With no visible means of support.
Yeah, no visible means of support. He's nearly worthless, tattoos, piercings and things, but he can whistle.
Yeah, about
Steals your princess's heart away.
He could apparently whistle really well.
Yeah. And so, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
The gypsy rover came over the hill and down through the valley so shady. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. La-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day, ah-dee-doo-da-dee-dee-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady.
She left her father's castle gate. She left her dear young lover. She left her servants and her estate
To follow the gypsy rover. Ah-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day, ah-dee-doo-da-dee-dee-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Her father saddled his fastest steed, searching these valleys all over, seeking his daughter at great speed, and the whistling gypsy rover. Ah-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day, ah-dee-doo-da-dee-dee-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady.
At last he came to a mansion fine, down by the river Clady. And there was music, and there was wine
For the gypsy and his lady. He is no gypsy, my father, but lord of these lands all over, and I will stay till my dying day with the whistling gypsy rover. Ah-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day, ah-dee-doo-da-dee-dee-dee. He whistled and he sang till the whistled and he sang till the whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, thank you. You're listening to and watching The Buskers, Buskers, four great guys that have been around a year or two, and they've been playing together for about 25 years. And you can get hold of them for your party. Call them on 801-822-8847, 822-8847. Get hold of them for your party, your convention, your corporate office. These guys are available. They can be had. So,
It's true.
are you terribly expensive?
Well,
No, they're not going to play for free.
what is it? No, what isn't that? It's, you know,
We're
we're easy, but we're
didn't-
not
I
cheap.
didn't- I That's
right.
That, yeah.
I didn't mean to ask you a difficult question.
Yeah. Well, you know, anytime you put folk
throw a
music,
number at us.
yeah, you put folk
Oh, like
music
it-
with money, and it's you know, it's like two strange bulldogs in a
So
bag. It doesn't mix.
$1,000 for the evening for a couple of hours?
For a couple of $1,000?
Yeah.
No, a couple of hours.
Oh, a couple of.
Hey, they're all stand-up comedians. What
We
are we
do
going
it
to do with them?
barefoot on glass for that.
Okay, then you figure out a price that's right
We
for
have
these
dancing
guys.
girls too.
No, we don't want dancing girls. 801-822-8847 for a lot of fun, some good music, and some great personalities. Well, more or less. Okay. All right.
Oh, this is the BYU song.
Brigham Young University, for those of you
Yes,
outside
I,
of Utah.
Who has, and at Brigham Young, of course, they have a moral code, and, you know, I grew up, Glenn and I grew up here in Provo, and so we were used to this moral code.
Did you?
Yeah. It was apparent, all right, it was all around us, and so, anyway, it's the BYU song. Are you ready?
Sure.
What is the BYU? What is the BYU
The
song?
BYU
Yeah,
song,
well,
shun
Right,
even
you should know
the
it.
very
Appearance.
appearance of sin.
Now, I heard something about wild thing in here a while ago about liquor and wine and something, and
Yes, we vacillate. Yeah, as Scott said, we're easy.
this is my Sunday school teacher, so I'm calling him on it. Okay,
The Newt Gingrich of
behave.
folk music, you know.
Please,
you
please,
got it.
please.
All right.
You want to do politics? We'll do it after.
All right.
The Good Doctor starts this one.
All
The
right.
Temperance.
Well,
Doc Taylor,
The
you're
Temperance
and it comes
song.
up with a chorus.
on. Temperance, here it comes.
We never eat fruitcake because it's got rum. And one little bite turns a man to a bum. Can you imagine a sorrier sight
Then a man eating fruitcake just to get tight. Away, away with rum by gum, with rum by gum, with rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum. The song of the Temperance Union.
We're coming, our brave little band. On the right side of temperance, we do take our stand. We don't use tobacco because we do think that the people who use it are likely to drink. Away, away with rum by gum, with rum by gum, with rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum. The song of the Temperance Union.
We never eat cookies because they have yeast, and one little bite turns a man to a beast. Oh, can you imagine a sadder disgrace?
That a man in the gutter with crumbs on his face. Away, away with rum by gum, with rum by gum, with rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum. The song of the Temperance Union.
Shun girls who are pretty and witty and kind. There's nothing like love for corrupting the
At least in our circles it just isn't done. Our kids are adopted, we never have fun. Away, away with rum by gum, with rum by gum, with rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum, the song of the temperance union.
We never sing folk songs, they're wicked and crude. They celebrate sin and their language is lewd.
The people who sing them are wicked and vile. They just know 3 chords and they ain't got no style.
Censor, censor, censor. That was great.
Ow.
Do you have any songs that you've written originally?
Not a one, no.
Not one single one?
Folk music is all about stealing the music of past periods. And in fact, no folk singer in America after the 1900 ever wrote their own song. It's
That's
just not
interesting.
done.
That's really interesting.
It's true. It's true.
What is the worst experience you've had as a band, as a group of the Buskers?
Probably
there's a
Well,
lot to
I-
choose. Yeah, there's a lot
I
to
thought
choose
you'd
from.
never ask.
Which one? Which one?
There was the
petting
zoo. That was
Mine, yeah.
that was one of the highlights of our career.
Okay, we have to hear about that.
Oh,
What
I
else?
think the goat liked it.
Yeah.
But the Yama was, you know.
Yeah, that's right. And the people were not militant per
They
se.
were almost
but-
non-existent.
But they were
That's
on the
right.
Yama's side.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the very best experience you've had?
Oh, I think opening for the Kingston
I can
Trio.
tell you, opening for the Kingston Trio
Did you really?
twice.
Tell me about
At
that.
the UVU McKay Center. Still call it McKay Center or the?
It's now
No.
the UCCU Center.
Okay, UCCU Center. Yeah, that was great. I love that.
You opened for Kingston's?
Yeah, we could
When
do
was that?
That was 1998 and again in 2002.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
It was
It was
lots of fun.
Yeah.
Well, all right. You've come a long way, as they say. So where are we headed now?
I don't know. We're
To New
looking,
York.
we're looking. Yeah, we're looking down at the song list. We're not ashamed of what we do. Well, we are ashamed of what we do.
Okay,
but
they're all
we're looking
reading.
down at
They're
the song
reading the
list.
floor right now.
Now the New York Gals.
Aha! You know,
Here's
I
a
would-
song that we
be-
stole from Dana, 2 years before the mast.
Charles.
Well, it was mentioned in 2
It
years.
mentioned
You got to
before
be
the
careful. You know, I was a New York model for many years, so behave yourself.
Mass. Well, this song does not speak well.
No, you behave yourself.
I did. I
This
did.
is from the 1830s.
Oh well, that was really before my time.
So I don't think you were a model then.
Do you think it's in
Anyway,
D?
this is an old, no, it's an A. Trust me on this, I remember.
That's that triangular thing with the bar across it.
Anyway, it's an old Burl Ives tune.
All
Yes,
right,
he is?
here
yeah,
we
Burl
go.
Ives is the
Well, if he
arrangement.
stole it. It's,
Yeah, he stole it.
I've often been mistaken for Burl Ives, usually by blind people.
Are those listening on the radio today?
You
Okay.
started.
You were taken for Burl Ives. They
This
left him in your place.
These are the Buskers.
Shipmates, listen unto me. I'll tell you in my song of the things that happened to me when I come home from Hong Kong. To me, Whips Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka? As I walked down the Chatham Street, a fair maid I did meet. She asked me please to see her home. She lived on Bleecker Street. Now if you're lonely, come with me. You can have a treat. You can have a glass of brandy and something nice to eat. To me, Whips Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka? Before we sat down to eat, we had several drinks. The liquor was so awful strong, I quickly fell asleep. To me, Whips Annie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka? When I awoke next morning, I had an ache in gold watch and my pocketbook and my lady friend hat flat. Looking round this tiny room, nothing could I see but a woman's shoes and apron, which now belong to me. Way up Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka? So dressed in a lady's apron, I wandered most forlorn, till Martin Churchill took me in and he sent me round Cape Horn to me. Way up Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka to me? Way, Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York gals, can't you dance the polka?
You couldn't possibly do that with a straight face. That is great. 18 what?
City.
1830s?
The temperance didn't last long there, did it?
You guys are great. This is really fun. If you've just joined us, you're listening to The Buskers. I'm Pat Sheranian. And the number to get hold of them for any event that you have that's legal and decent is, but not necessarily
Yes, that's right.
is
Call
eight-
us anyway. We'll listen to
Come on, I have to
all
get
offers.
serious here. Okay, 801-822-8847. 801-822-8847. They're cracking me up. Okay, you're listening on KHQN 1480. We appreciate your being a radio audience, and you're watching on pat.utahvalleylive.com on the internet. Thank you so much for being with us this day before Thanksgiving. We wanted to bring a little laughter and joy. Okay, I have a question. So if you're not bluegrass and you're not just cowboy and you're not just folk, what are you? The Buskers. Okay, but what is that?
Can I explain what a busker
Well,
is?
it's more or less folk. I mean, folk takes in a lot of territory.
They steal from more than folk.
Well, bluegrass and
don't
country
discriminate.
is bluegrass and country are genres of folk music. It's just
And so
traditional
you
American
do a
music.
little bit, but because banjos I've always thought of as kind of being bluegrass.
Yeah,
No, there's riverboat banjo.
There's
Riverboat?
Dixieland banjo
there's
and
Dixieland banjo.
Yeah.
There's
Jazz
and for
banjo.
those and for
Jazz
those
band.
Jazz I understand.
yeah.
I do,
For
but I haven't
those
heard,
of
I haven't
us,
heard that out of this group yet.
No, and you won't.
You won't. We don't do jazz
Okay.
because
there's too many
there's
chords.
too many chords. Yeah. And we don't do bluegrass because there's too many notes. So we pretty much just stick with folk music.
Okay.
Yeah, we leave the real banjo playing to
Real
Steve
banjo
Martin was-
players.
real banjo players.
So this is the pretend group, the Buskers. and
Well, you know, a busker is, strictly speaking,
strictly
a busker
speaking.
is a street performer. You find them in the subways. You'd see them in Utah a lot more, but we don't have any subways. And
it's
but back
really-
east, you go down the subway, there'll be a
And you
busker
ban the
there.
subways, is that true?
Well,
Still
you see
today?
you see people performing on the sidewalk in
Sure.
Salt Lake sometimes, and
Those are
they're
buskers.
Those are buskers.
We don't use that term out here. I don't know why, but it's very common back east and in Britain.
So the Buskers, and you've had that name from the very beginning?
Well,
Which,
more or less.
which
Does the
creative
four
person
eyes
thought of that
count?
one?
That was me.
What was that?
I suggested the Buskers
Oh,
Oh,
good.
you did?
Okay.
because I was a fan of a very wonderful duo called the Cambridge Buskers.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't know that.
Doc is the
Come,
literate one of
New
the.
revelation.
come on the air with me once in a while. You'd be amazed what you learn.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we've got Lon's sister, Mary Keith Boyack, and her family. They're going to come and perform for us tomorrow. So we're going to have more music and storytelling and Thanksgiving tomorrow. So if you want to share your lunchtime with us, please come and join us at noon. And all right, guys, where are we going now?
This song is an old Gordon Lightfoot tune written in the early 60s. Tells a story of the steel workers, the construction workers in Toronto. They mostly were native Indian people, Canadian Indians. They'd come into Toronto to work, and they would get paid on Fridays, and they want to go home for the weekend. They want to fly home for the weekend, and by Friday night they'd drunk up all their money
Gosh.
and wasted their money on high living. And Saturday morning found them at the airport just watching the planes take off and not being able to go anywhere. And
It's
Gordon,
very sad.
yeah, Gordon wrote this tune about that little scenario, and it's one of my favorites. It's called Early Morning Rain.
All right, thank you. The Buskers.
Okay, ready? That was a false start. Fraudulent start.
In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand, there's naked in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my darling so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go,
Out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold winds blow. All the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. There she goes, my friend, she's rolling down at last.
hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time.
This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground. Old and drunk as I might be, can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train.
So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain.
Oh, very nice. Why are some of these so sad?
I love that song.
It is. I do too. That's beautiful. The tune is just marvelous. The harmony's very good, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I really do. Thanks so much. We've got a couple more songs and a few more minutes, so let's just keep going. You are listening to and watching The Buskers. Lon Keith, Scott and Norton, Steve Hayes, and Doc Taylor. The Buskers are here for your enjoyment today
Let's just
and
go
for
right into
mine.
this.
And we're wishing you a happy Thanksgiving a day ahead of time from all of us. So let's keep going.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Granddad used to tell me, boy, when I was just your age, I was a river pilot on that showboat called the State. I'd hobnob with them southern gals and every roustabout. I'd listen to the paddle wheel and hear the ladsmen shout,
Mark Twain, it's 2 fathoms deep below Mark Twain. He the gangplank gangplank start to show. Mark Twain, play those banjos as we roll down the Mississippi around the Gulf of Mexico.
There were coolers, crooks, and tinkers, and the minstrel man who danced. The singing gals who mowed the mooring, imported straight from France. It was a floating palace, that showboat called the stage. And Granddad was the king of it
When he was just my age, Mark Twain, it's 2 fathoms deep below. Mark Twain, heave the gangplank start to show. Mark Twain, play those banjos as we roll down the Mississippi around the Gulf of Mexico.
The Calliope is quiet now, the rudder's thick with rust. The main deck and the paddle wheel are covered thick with dust. But Granddad's in his glory, still standing on the bow. A halo round his pilot's cap, and I can hear him now.
Mark Twain, it's 2 fathoms deep below. Mark Twain, heave the gangplank start to show. Mark Twain, play those banjos as we roll down the Mississippi around the Gulf of Mexico.
Woo! Thank you. Now, question for you. Traveling across the country one year, back to from Utah, going back to California, going to South Carolina, we stopped somewhere along the Mississippi, and there's a boat called the Mark Twain, and it's an old paddle wheel, and it still works and goes up and down. I don't know how many miles. Have you ever been on it or seen it?
No.
Well, it's there. It's probably not the original one, but there's
No,
one there.
it wouldn't be the original.
The Mark Twain. I wanted to have you tell just a few things. What do you do besides here? I mean, here you are playing with the Buskers. Is this it? I love it when they look like they've been caught in headlights.
Stumped. You don't want to admit what you do then, huh?
I play
You play a lot of golf because we
Golf?
had that discussion.
with folk music and with my grandkids.
And act.
And
Don't forget acting. That's what you
play,
do.
play,
lot
play
of little
plays.
acting.
Yeah, so he acts.
Wait, how many grandkids, Lon?
22 is due in January.
There you go. That's a good crew.
Don't ask me how many grandchildren. I'm not sure.
Take a
I could-
guess.
Oh, I don't. What do you think?
You wanna call your
6,
wife?
7,
There
6,
you go.
7. Something
Okay.
like that. Something-
Good.
The ones you actually claim?
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm. The jury's still out. I don't know. I don't keep track. They just
I know.
show up.
They show
and
up.
I'm grandpa. You know, that's all I care about. And who's this?
You have to ask somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm retired, and but flog pro-Argentine in my spare time, and
Okay.
causes me to travel around the country.
Good.
Spend a lot of time in Chicago, and St. Louis now is just out in South Carolina. And,
I wish I was there all winter.
Minneapolis. I wish I was there with you.
Especially right now.
Right now, yeah.
It gets cold out here. All right, what are you up to, Steve?
Well, I'm retired.
Okay.
Lonnie and I worked for the state for 300 or 400 years, seems like, and I have 14 grandchildren.
Oh, that's neat. That's terrific.
Yes, and sweet kids. all of
Sweet
them.
kids, yeah. Now, here's the question. Doc, what do you got going on in your family?
In my family, I don't have one.
You don't have a family?
No.
Okay, just you.
Yeah.
Is he telling the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's okay. That's all we're going to get out of him.
Well, but
Telling the truth and Doc are seldom used in the same sentence. So
However-
you kinda put me on
I
the
was going to
spot
have him
there.
give a plug where he works because I know he's still writing.
Oh, I'm a technical writer,
Yeah.
for Digital Technology International, which
There
is
you go.
and he has been adopted into the Keith clan.
I have too.
That's
so I
true, and
appreciate
you have
that.
too.
Yeah.
He's one of the
The
highlights
sisters
of the
adopted me.
sing-alongs.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Well, then
First time I met Pat, I thought, this is my sister Mary. And then years later, I found out that they had met
She
and
wasn't
become
your
best friends. Yes.
they've adopted me. The girls definitely did that, and it's been a wonderful experience. We do birthdays and everybody's birthday in your family, and there are a gazillion of them. So here's the question: do you get together with a guitar in your hand and you play some music for your grandchildren and people in the family, or is it strictly professional?
No, Scott this last summer decided to have some backyard concerts, and so we did 3 or 4 little concerts for family and neighbors and whoever wanted to drop by.
So the kids can see what fun stuff you're doing.
Yeah, my kids grew up on this. They can all sing all the songs.
Oh, that's great.
Of course, he's been evicted since then.
We may be.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going to do it next year.
After this program here today.
We've got less than 4
You're okay.
minutes.
You got enough just to keep going. I'm going to sign off here in between the next 2 songs, so you're good.
Well, we only have one. Where's
This
3
one will
minutes?
take
We're
3
looking
minutes.
here. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We're doing Ruben
Okay, well then I'll
James.
sign.
Are we?
You're gonna get your
Okay, why don't we do this? Kent, why don't we turn that around a little bit, and I'll just say a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate having you with us on radio and on streaming video. This is archived. You can watch it anytime, pat.utahvalleylive.com. And you've been listening to the Buskers. Great guys, obviously warped sense of humor, but really fun. And they're going to take us out over the next 3 minutes. So God bless and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you get to do and be with those that you love and want to be with.
I do it real fast.
Have you heard of the ship called the Good Broom James, run by hard-fighting men for the honor and the fame? She flew the stars and stripes of the land of the free, but tonight she's in her grave at the bottom of the sea. Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James? Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James?
100 men went down to their dark and watery grave. That good ship went down, only 44 were saved. It was the last day of October, they saved 44. From those dark icy waters off that cold ice blue shore.
Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James? Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James?
It was there in the dark of that cold and watery night. They watched for a U-boat and they waited for a fight. Then wine and a rock and the great explosions roar. It made the Reuben James on the cold ocean. Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names?
Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James? Oh, tell me what were their names? Tell me what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Broom James? Many years have passed since that brave ship is gone. Those cold icy waters, they're still and they're calm. Many years have passed, and still I wonder why. The worst of men must fight, and the best of men must die. Oh, tell me what were